Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for June 15th through the 21st. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. The overall energy for the reading, the Seven of Cups. Maybe looking into some options here and dealing with something. Yeah, for sure. In the recent past, the Page of Pentacles, the Hangman, the King of Pentacles. You're kind of giving me a sense of peace and stability, and things are fine there as far as you're concerned, at least, you know, with whatever it is you're doing that's attached to your own growth, your own sense of stability and all of that. There's quite the openness to learn as you go, you know, from whatever this is. But for the most part, there's a sense of gratitude, a sense of, hey, I'm good where I'm at, you know? Good. Now, in the current situation, the Five of Wands, the World card, the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to close off a cycle that's looking to be quite chaotic. I'm not sure if it's tied up to another energy or not, but it's something that doesn't feel pleasant. It doesn't feel right. And here you are showing up here saying, hey, I'm working on, you know, closing this off. Okay. In the immediate future, the Page of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. This is an opportunity for partnership that shows up here. And I feel like it's new. So I feel like it's something, you know. But it does feel good to you, whatever this is about. This doesn't have to be romantic, of course. It could be a new job. It could be even a new friendship. I don't know. But it looks good. Okay, let's clarify. Let's do the Seven of Cups. Six of Swords, Page of Cups, Two of Swords. Okay, so I feel like the you know, you looking into these options applies to this attempt to close off this cycle. And at times I see you getting overwhelmed. Like, okay, too many choices to make, too many things to consider, too much. Like, you get a sense of feeling overwhelmed. And when that happens, you have the tendency to be like, fuck this shit, I'm not gonna do shit about shit anymore. It's just because you get overwhelmed, you know. So it's not, I don't think you'll end up not doing shit about shit. I think you'll still get to do something. But like, when that happens, just take a few steps back from the whole concept. Yeah, you don't have to do shit about shit in that moment, you know. Just take a few steps back, chill, you know, come out of here, because that's where you're going with things. Too many things happening and building up in your head about the situation. And you should be good to go. You're in a process here, so eventually you will do shit about shit, you know. But I get what gets you into that place, that thinking that, nope, not doing anything anymore. For the Page of Pentacles, in the recent past, you get the Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Temperance card. This is indicative of personal growth for you and awareness over that. You being quite aware that, hey, this is what's happening. This is my, you know, time of glory, time of growth for myself. And I see you during that, well, recognizing the overall process, the bigger picture of what's really going on there. The, hey, this is for me and my own growth. And along the way, as you go through who knows what experiences with this one, you still stop and recognize that, hey, this is for me to learn, for me to heal, you know. Let me see the Hangman. In the recent past, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, everything's looking awesome here. Everything's looking great. And there's progress in whatever it is you're doing, you're engaged in. Especially to your stability, that's the place in which you notice it the most. It's not one of those, you know, overnighters. Like, okay, I'm going to bed, by tomorrow I'll grow, poof, like that. No, it's slow and steady here, slow and steady growth. And you're digging it. You're with it 100%. You're like, I'm here for this, you know? So, super cool. I may do the King of Pentacles. The King of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Chariot. Is there somebody else, though, by your side? Like, by your side in the sense of, are you growing this with somebody? That's right there. Because it feels like there's another energy there, but kind of in the shadow. Like, they're there, but they're not there. Like, ultimately, this still looks like it's yours, whatever it is you're doing here and growing here. But then I see this other energy. And then I see you kind of relating to that other energy in the sense of, you know, how would they feel if I did this, or if I took this way, or if I, you know. And then at some point I see a little bit of disappointment, but it's in your perception. It's like, I think they wouldn't like this, or I think they would be disappointed. It's weird, because it's not a clear energy in there. Like, are you bouncing off? It definitely gets to a point of self-worth. Like, during this process, I see you acknowledging yourself through this and your growth, right? But then at some point you stop and kind of look at this other energy that I can't see clearly if it's there or if it's somewhere in the shadow there, but you're attached to another energy somehow. And then, you know, as you get into a point of, oh my God, I feel the best, you're almost looking like at the other energy and interpreting that they're disappointed or something. And that to me is a sense of, I don't think they're disappointed, even if they're there or not there. I think that's just your perception. I think that's your lack of acknowledgement over your growth. Ultimately, during, yes, it's there. For some reason, at some point, your sense of self-worth is kind of dropping, but it's because of this interaction with this other energy. What the hell is going on here? What's up with this other energy? Let me do the Five of Wands. In the current situation, you get the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Page of Swords. Okay, with this one, you're pretty clear. You're saying, you know, I'm not putting up with any kind of bullshit. You know, I don't need that in my life. I just want peace. And I do see there is a situation that creates a little bit of bullshit here. And you're like, nope, no more. I will not associate it with that anymore because I want peace for myself and whatever it is I'm doing here. Let me do the World card. You get the Strength card, the Knight of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. There's definitely another energy here. They keep on popping in. But again, it doesn't have to be that they're there in the physical. They're associated to you somehow. There could be times in which you're saying, oh, I'm doing this for myself, yes, but it will affect this energy and this energy and this energy. So that's what I mean when I say that. They're there, but they're not there. They're in your energy somehow. And this is one of those. I'm not sure if it's the same one. I don't think it's the same one. This looks more like maybe kid-like compared to where you're at. That looks more like one you would look up to. They're still attached to you, these. But the kid-like one, it's like, look, let's make love, not war, basically. You're not saying I gotta get rid of this energy that is attached to this conflict. You're saying I gotta get rid of this conflict. So it's almost like, yeah, you're coming in with a sense of let's make love, not war. So I think you're making up your mind of, you know, maybe addressing the situation, maybe saying, hey, this isn't working out for me in the way that it's running, so how about we change it, you know? Seven of Pentacles. In the current situation, you get the Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're trying to bring change here, not an ending to something, you know? You're trying to change things up. Not to say that if things don't end up changing for the better here, you won't get to the point of, okay, fuck this shit, it's not working out, so I'm done here. But you're not at that point. You're not starting this from the point of I'm done with this whole situation. You're starting from the point of I'm done with the conflict, and I'm ready and willing to work on it, and I'll come up with something, at least to try. Okay, because you want change, and you want change for the better in this situation. Okay. Let's do the Page of Wands in the immediate future. For the Page of Wands, you get the Four of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Three of Swords. Definitely an opportunity for something, for some sort of partnership here. And it looks valid, and it looks legit, and it looks nice. It also looks pretty tough, though. But I think that's what makes it valid. Pretty tough because it could be bumpy along the way, as this, if you were to allow this, would shape up, because this is just the opportunity for this showing up, so I'm not sure if you're going to open up to it, if you're going to go with it, but just so you know that if you do, it's going to be bumpy at times. The way it's looking as promising, it's kind of also looking like it's going to be worth it, though. I don't know. It's ups and downs. It carries ups and downs with it. But you do too, as you look at it. Okay, so that could be your perception then. For the Nine of Pentacles in the immediate future, you get the Knight of Cups, the Tower, the Sun. You're kind of telling me, hey, if I were to open up to this, it would be disastrous. And then I'm like, why? And then you're showing me happiness. So I don't understand what the hell is going on here. You're up and down when it comes to it. Okay, so it's not the partnership. It's your perception over it. You almost make it look like a crime if you were to open up to something that, God forbid, would bring in happiness. So that could be that some sort of limiting belief is playing out big time. For you, in the sense of, I don't deserve happiness, you might tell yourself that, to the point of somewhere in the background there where it's not conscious, to the point of it's inconceivable that you're happy, so that's why you view something through that lens, and it's going to show up as mission impossible. But then there is potential for that, but then it's not, because it's going to be ruined, everything along the way. That's kind of how limiting beliefs work. They just put some lenses on there, and that's how you perceive stuff, with ups and downs. For the Two of Cups, you get the Seven of Cups, the High Priestess, the Page of Wands. I feel like you're jumping in it. You're listening to your intuition, and your intuition is telling you, what do I gotta lose? Go for it. I could at least try. First, you're kind of looking at it a little bit analytical too, kind of like, okay, I gotta explore my options here with this one. But soon after that, your intuition kicks in, and it's like, just fucking whatever. We'll see what happens. It feels good, yeah. Okay, let's go for it. So okay, so this up and down type of a energy, as this is starting to show up for you, is basically your perception over it. Your this looks good, but it's gonna be tough, but maybe not. How do I know that if I don't try? But then I know it can't be easy to be happy in it. So that's basically just you. And then again, connecting to your intuition, and your intuition is definitely for at least trying, from the universe for you, as a final advice, you get the Eight of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. You're very stubborn about something. You want to do something about something. And I think we're back to the current situation in which you're trying to kind of change something up here for the better. Like, you're very adamant, like, no, I gotta do this. For some reason you're not with it though, so I don't think you're doing it. No matter how strong this energy shows within you, that you know exactly what to try or what to do, to try to change things around here. You're just not with it right now. You're not connected to that energy. So that energy is available for you, you're just not connected to it. So I don't see you doing that feels right and almost you know, for now. I don't think this energy is going to last for long. I think eventually you will do it because you're in a process of trying certain things out anyway. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.